Welcome back, everyone. You're still watching our signature segment, See the Stories in the 3-Hour News Show. And still with us, Dr. Amanda, talking about how to stay fit during the month of Ramadan. So, Doctor, we want to talk about some chronic diseases like diabetic and diseases to do with your spleen and gastritis, Lynn mentioned. So, is it safe enough for them to have fasting during the Ramadan month?
Yeah, so actually it was a concern of a lot of people with diabetes and also gastritis if fasting would be harmful for them. But a lot of studies said that Ramadan fasting is actually very helpful for people with diabetes, that it could actually help controlling the blood sugar levels, including in type 1 diabetes. So it's interesting because a lot of people think that it will be the other way around because it will be dangerous. But still, like for individuals with diabetes, we highly recommend them to have themselves a pre-check before the fasting month and to see if they are eligible for fasting, because some people with diabetes, they also have other complications, just to ensure that it is safe enough, and also to educate the patients or the individuals about the signs of hyperglycemia and also hypoglycemia, like the red flags, like when to stop fasting and when to break the fast. I think it's very important. And also to change their medication time during the fasting month. And as for gastritis, it's critical. It's basically the same. Like some studies even mention that it's actually safer because then you rest the digestive system, and it's less, especially if you watch what you eat during sahur, like having not irritating food, then it will be
like spicy food,
not spicy
sour food.
Yes. Or a coffee.
Coffee. That's me.
Yeah. So it's actually even better for them.
And for those who have hypertension, what suggestions would you give to them?
Yeah, actually, fasting is good for people with hypertension, especially because hypertensions are usually caused by high sodium intake, and during fasting we could again control. But it's again depends on what you eat during the sahur and iftar. But I think it's a good moment to to try to exercise, to train yourself to eat healthier and like to try healthier habits. So it's still okay.
Yeah. Before we wrapped up this conversation, I would like to ask you a question. Like you mentioned that actually there are a lot of health benefits from fasting. How can we maintain the good takeaways from Ramadan so that we can like implement it in our daily life and carry it?
Yes.
To the months.
Okay, yeah. So in terms of dietary habits, I think during Ramadan we are taught to eat. To stop eating before feeling full, and also to selectively choose what we eat, because we need to keep up during the day. So I think that habit should be carried out even after Ramadan, like how to train yourself to not overeat and also to selectively choose what you eat, because I mean our body also needs to rest, including our digestive system. So if we're
give it a break.
Yeah. So like. It's a lot for a long run. I always told my patients that there are lots of good food you need to try, but just try a bit of everything instead of having everything at once, and then you cannot try them anymore in the future.
Still be mindful of what to eat, when to stop eating, and when to eat, basically. Okay, so you have to have a better control and regulate your body as well. So it is our tradition as well to wrap up interviews with a mini game, and this time our fellow host Messi will lead the game. Come out, Messi.
Lionel Messi.
You just had a conversation with the doctor, and now I'm going to quiz you both. Make it seem like an exam for a finals or something.
Thank you, chocolate mint guy. So he's a chocolate mint guy, looking at it from the color of the outfit. Yes.
Indeed,
so what do we have to do?
Chocolate mint. Indeed, guys, the game is very simple.
Yeah.
All you need to do is to ensure, or I should say, all you need to do is look at the plasma screen behind me, and you will. It will show some statements, and you guys, Ali and Alia, you will answer whether a statement is a myth or a fact based on the lessons you've learned from Dr. Amanda, and perhaps some things that we haven't learned as well. So, afterwards, Dr. Amanda will give the right answer and a brief explanation afterwards. So, are you guys ready?
All right.
You bring the prize?
The price is...
You mentioned it's a game.
Yeah.
It is, that's true, that's a good point. The price is...
You're not ready for the prize.
I'm not.
Yeah. Should I participate?
Until Eid al-Fitr.
Eid al-Fitr, do
Because-
not. Okay, do not fulfill your promise.
Oh, no,
okay?
no, you have to listen. You have to hear what the price is
okay,
first,
okay.
because the price is
Yeah?
that you guys can stay healthy throughout Eid.
Oh my God. Okay.
Absolutely
It's like
saved
you're giving
it.
us a task. Another
It is
task.
giving you a task, isn't it? All right, let's begin with the first one, guys. Myth or fact? It is essential to avoid all physical activities during fasting hours to conserve energy. Right. See the answers?
It's essential to avoid. It's a myth.
Alia and Aline, is that your final answers?
Yeah, because I listened carefully.
Doctor, what is the answer?
Dr. Amanda.
It's a myth.
It's a fact, actually.
It's a fact.
Oh, really?
Because we're not suggested to do physical activity during fasting hours. Just like I said before, like the recommended time would be like before breaking the fast, like 30 minutes before, or like after breaking the fast, or before the sahur.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe we both got it wrong.
Yeah, I thought
I assume like it's okay to have physical activity during Ramadan, not
Yeah.
fasting hours. We
well,
should be more
But
careful.
yeah, the word
with
all
wording.
physical activity might be misleading, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
What
That
is this tricky
So it's,
one?
it's a tricky one. So it's actually okay, but 30 minutes before iftar, right? Or after iftar, or before sahur.
In fairness, the fact that both of you guys thought it was a myth says a lot, means that it is quite the proliferation is quite high. A lot of people must think that, so debunking things now is a pretty good
Yes,
idea.
yes.
Especially with Dr. Amanda. All
Let's
right.
have some more then.
All right, let's take a look at the second one. Myth or fact? Consuming high sugar foods is advisable to boost energy levels quickly after breaking the fast. Guys, what do you
I
think?
think this is myth.
To boost energy levels quick. It's a fact.
A fact. One says myth, one says fact, but who is correct, Dr. Amanda?
Yes, it's a fact that
All right.
That's because I have a sweet tooth. That's why I.
but yeah,
So I got it all wrong?
But maybe for the people with diabetic, that's not really recommended because that's gonna.
well, the natural sugar, like I said, the food with natural sugar is recommended, but not the artificial.
What about kolak?
Right.
Kolak,
Because some people-
Natural from banana.
But there's a coconut milk in it and sugar, maybe palm sugar. In it.
again, we have to be like you have to control the
Very
amount.
considerate.
Right.
Kolak is gray area.
Gray area. Yeah. It's
so
between myth and fact. Yeah.
So to clarify, natural sugars would mean fruits,
Dates.
vegetables, things
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
Okay. Right. All right. Well, you still have 3 more rounds to make it be
Should I
funny.
just give up?
No, don't give up. Come on.
We got this, guys. All right, let's take a look at the next myth or fact, which is fasting during Ramadan is harmful to individuals with chronic health conditions. You guys just talked about this. before
I
we
just
came
stick
in.
with myth.
You should know.
You stick with myth. Yeah, that's a good move.
All right, Dr. Amanda, what is the answer?
It is a myth.
It is a myth.
Yeah.
Finally! Oh my God! Finally!
Consistency leads you to something good.
Maybe some of us might have just joined the show, so can you please elaborate to us exactly how that works?
Yeah, actually fasting during Ramadan is safe and even it's beneficial for people with chronic diseases
Right.
such as diabetes and also hypertension. But again, like you should have yourself checked before deciding to fast during Ramadan.
Yeah.
So if everything is fine, then it's very suggested for people with diabetes and hypertension to do fasting.
Right. So first things first, consult with your doctor.
Yes.
Just to make sure that everything's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the next question, or the next statement, I should say. Myth or fact, it is okay to skip sahur, or the pre-dawn meal, if one is not hungry to avoid overeating during the day. What do you reckon, guys?
It is okay. No, it's a myth.
Huh?
It is
Okay
okay.
then.
It is okay.
It's okay. It's okay then. Okay.
If one
To
is
skip
not
sahur?
hungry.
So if you
Don't
think,
skip. Even if you're not hungry, you don't skip it. That's what it means, right?
yeah, so it is okay to skip sahur if one is not hungry to
So
avoid
you all
overeating.
own.
It's a myth, I think. Yeah.
Okay, it's okay then.
All
I
righty.
take it a myth.
One says it's a myth, the other one says it's a fact. Dr. Amanda?
It's a myth.
It's a myth. Okay.
See, it's better to be consistent, right?
Yeah. You have to be consistent
I
with
guess
myth.
so. I'm curious though, because some of my friends did say when they're not too hungry or when they feel like they've eaten a lot the night before, some of them don't eat during sahur. But you're saying it's not recommended, that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, because so when we are overeating per se, like after, during the break in fasting, like our digestive system works with their own time schedule. Like the gaster will empty itself after 2 hours. So no matter how much you eat, it will be empty after 2 hours.
Right.
So eating during the during sahur is important to keep your gaster to be filled, especially with food that is high in fiber. So it will digest it slowly, and also to have some water, because that will keep you hydrated throughout the day. Regardless the amount of water you drink before going to bed, then it will still has its own time to be to be drained. Yes.
Right.
Throughout, so having sahur is not because you're hungry or not, but it's because you will need it throughout the day.
So even though people do it, doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah. It's not because you're hungry or not hungry. You need it.
Yes.
How much would you recommend that an individual drinks before sahur or during sahur?
So the amount of water we should drink for the day is pretty the same as the other days. It's like at least 2 liters.
Okay.
But since we can only drink after the break and also before the dawn, so we have to divide those 2 liters. Because when you're drinking too much also after breaking the fasting, you probably will be like getting a wake up a lot during the night, because you will need to go to the toilet. Yes, so you have to be careful in dividing the amounts of water you take. I would suggest having more in the dawn, because then it will be like it will keep you throughout the day instead of having it before sleeping.
Right.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't be late for sahur. That's
don't be late for sahur. Drink lots of water.
Sahur, whether you're hungry or not,
Sahur.
you need sahur.
Gotta keep
Stay
eating.
consistent.
Make sure
Yes.
you have energy.
A lot of fibers.
Alrighty, and the final question, everybody.
Uji, I just want to give up.
Do not. That's not Alin that I know.
No, it is not.
Really?
Alrighty, the last statement is fasting during Ramadan can lead to weight loss regardless of dietary habits. Now, I know a lot of people who ask these questions.
I would say it's a myth. Let's be consistent.
Yeah. I think it's a myth.
Yeah, because it depends
It's
on.
our wishful thinking.
Yes. That's what you want to achieve, but that's not necessarily what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So what do you think, doctor?
Both Alia? Yep, Doc?
Yeah, I would say it's a myth, because it says like regardless the dietary habits.
Right.
Because some people even putting on some pounds after Ramadan.
So how can you lose weight? What kind of dietary habits can you adopt when you want to lose weight as well?
Yeah, so as we have been discussing, like if you want to, well, the first thing first, fasting Ramadan is not for weight loss program, right?
Yeah, of course.
But it's to keep your body healthy, because it's to rest your digestive system for a month. So if you can keep your balanced diet throughout the Ramadan, having a proper enough amounts of food with a good amount of everything, the carbs, the proteins, and also the fibers, which is very important, and water as well, that could help maintaining and even like lead to a healthy weight loss.
Okay,
Right.
I just have a quick question, doctor. There are some people who really avoid sugar.
Yeah.
So what happens when they fast and they just want to avoid sugar at all costs? I mean, no sugar at all. Is it safe?
I will say not, because we still need sugar in our body. But sugar can also come from carbs.
Yeah, like rice. or
Yes.
Pasta or
yes.
something else.
So and also fruits. So if you want to avoid excessive sugar, I would suggest to still keep the fruits and also the carbs, so you could still have enough supply of sugar.
Righto. Less cendol, less kolak, less everything.
Buko pandan.
Yeah, that too. Oh God.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Are we done?
We are done. That is
Okay.
the end of the myths and facts, guys.
The fact is that we are done.
Yes, really,
Yeah.
what matters is we all learned a lesson today, didn't we?
Definitely.
On how
Thank
to
you so
approach.
much, doctor.
Thank you
for
so
having me.
much. I really enjoyed the conversation. We should
do.
invite you for weight loss.
Of course, yeah. After
Show,
this,
right?
After this, right? Okay, so see, the stories will continue after the break. Don't go anywhere. That's the fact.